Reading comprehension tests are essential for assessing a candidate's ability to understand written text, interpret meaning, and identify key information. In this tutorial, we will guide you through the entire process of creating a reading comprehension test using TestInvite. Start by creating a new test. Go to the Tests module and click the plus New Test button. Enter your test name. Add a description if needed. Next, add at least one section. To add more sections to your test, click the plus icon on the right. You can also add additional sections later in the test editor. Once you've entered the required fields, click Save. This will create the test structure and allow you to begin adding content. After saving, you'll be directed to the test editor. The first pages will be automatically added to your test. To change the page name, click the pencil icon next to the page title. To further build and structure your test, click Add Section to include more sections. Click Add Page under a section to add more pages. Once your test structure is ready, click the plus Add Question button on the right. Then click Create a Question to add a new one. After that, select a response format that suits your assessment needs. You can create reading comprehension questions using different response formats, such as multiple choice, matching, and short answer. Let's continue with a multiple choice question in this example. Enter your question prompt in the text field. Next, create the answer choices. Type each choice into the question editor. Click the plus button next to the choice editor to add the entered options. You can customize the question layout by adjusting the position of the passage, question, and answer choices. Click the settings icon next to the point value. Next, select your preferred layout. You can choose between a vertical Q&A, where the question appears above the options, or a horizontal Q&A, where the question and choices are placed side by side. Reading comprehension tests can be evaluated using different evaluation methods depending on the question type. You can apply instant scoring for objective questions. Under the Choices section, use the True-False switch to mark each answer as correct or incorrect. Short text questions support automatic scoring. Under the Automation section, choose Text Rules and define a rule such as should match. Long text responses require rubrics or manual evaluation. In the rubric editor, you can define a rubric type, criteria, and weights. The total score is calculated based on selected categories and assigned weights. You can also manually evaluate the questions. If you're not the one evaluating the responses, you can add a note for the evaluator. Once you are done creating the question, click Save. In reading comprehension tests, you can use composites to create a content block followed by related questions. This way, the passage and its questions always stay together, even in randomized tests. To create a composite group, go to the Question Bank module and click the Composites tab at the top. Next, click the plus Add Content Group button. In the pop-up window, enter a title, optionally add a description, and choose a folder to save it in. Then, click the Content icon to add your questions. In the Content Items section, first choose a single or double column layout based on how you want the content and questions to appear. Next, click on plus Add Item. Then click Content. In the pop-up window, enter your passage in the text field and use the toolbar options to format or enrich your content if needed. Once you are done creating your content, click Save. Now that your reading passage is ready, you can begin adding your questions. Click the plus Add Item button, select Create a Question, and add your questions. Once you've added your questions, click Back in the top right corner and click Save to finalize your composite. To add composites to your test, go to the Tests module, click the Edit icon next to your test, and select plus Add Question on the right to add composites. Then click Browse Content Groups to add a new composite group. Select the composite from the list, then click Add Selected Composite at the bottom right. After creating your questions, you can set a time limit for the entire test, as well as individual time limits for specific sections and pages. To set a time limit for the entire test, click the gear icon to open test settings. Then go to the Features tab and adjust the time limit option at the bottom and click Save. To set a time limit at the section or page level, click on the section or page name on the left. Then adjust the time limit setting on the right and click Save. Once you are done with your entire test, go to the Tasks module and click the plus New Task button. Continue with the Real Usage option. Select one of the candidate type options to move forward. Fill in the task title and select a folder and use case to continue. After that, click Next. Then click the plus Test button at the top to add your test. Select the test from your library to add it to the task. Select the advanced security options you'd like to enable for this test. Choose one of the webcam recording types. Choose one of the screen recording types and enable the lockdown browser if needed. After configuring the settings, click Save to create your task. Now you've created your test, and you are ready to deliver it to participants.